So here I have the Robotdog BL32 35 amp ESC. Actually, what you get in the bag is just the ESC. No wires, no signal wires, no heat shrink, nothing. Just the ESC like this. So, solder pads, as usual, they haven't been separated from the PDB, which I like. A ton of capacitors, and I believe these are FETs on the bottom, and on the other side as well. On the top you have the battery positive and negative, and the ground and signal. As you can see, the ESC is quite big. Let me show you a comparison of it so you get the scale of it. So that's a 2205 motor. Compared to that, it's quite big. That's a 20 amp ESC. One of the small ones is from HobbyMate. So it's about twice its size, almost 3 times its size. And here's a floss prototype. And yeah, the ESC is quite wide, but I compared it to other BL32 ESCs, and this is actually the size most of them are. So if you haven't used BL32 ESCs before, now you know what to expect. So here's the build that I built for testing the ESCs. I have 2207 2700 kV motors with 5 by 4.8 props, and the ESC is mounted on the bottom. I ran this setup on 4S and 5S, and as you saw from the video that I just showed, yeah, everything worked perfectly. I didn't have any video noise from the motors. The ESCs handled the current draw really easily. None of the ESCs got hot or anything. The thing that concerned me in the beginning was the size of them. They're about the same size as KISS 24 amps that I used before. But yeah, obviously on really skinny arm frames, these will be kind of hard to mount. But on normal acro frames, that's not an issue. Even on this, which has sort of skinny arms, or like medium arms, they fit fine. They might, poke out from the side a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So the pros and cons of the ESCs are: the pros, you have a really good quality solid ESC, and the price is really cheap. It's about $9.90 right now, but it might go up. Really clean layout, easy to work with, easy to solder onto. They are BL32, so you can use D-Shot 1200, and you can really see the difference between 600 and 1200. The motors just run really, really smoothly, and yeah, amazing. Because the price is so low, they've left out the telemetry part of it. There's no telemetry pad. There is no current shunt, so you don't get the current reading from the ESCs directly, which in my opinion is just fine. I have a current shunt in the flight controller, so I get the current used that way. You'll have to provide your own wires. I highly recommend to use silicon wires because yeah, the normal ones just over time become brittle and break. You'll also need some heat shrink. I recommend this stuff. This is for these 18650 batteries. It is really cheap. Then you'll also need the signal wires. FPV model sells really good silicon wire, both sizes, the big one for the power leads and the signal wire. I'll leave a link in the description.